The beauty of this talk is that we've been curating this for the last 10 days. Maithili ji did speak about the process that we went through. We have about 3 Sakhis that we spoke. I would request all the Maitris to just observe, and your takeaways is something which is going to be, I think, exclusively different for every person. Would love to introduce our next Sakhi for today, Diksha Mishra, who's from Chapter Vamana. She's also the, sorry, just come this side, all right.
That was a loud entry.
Yeah, Diksha coming with a bang. She's the current present secretary of Vamana, and she runs a visual design company specializing in design, pitch decks, interactive business presentations, and visual brand. Company, of course, in storytelling. I've known Diksha for quite some time now. Idea of perfectionism is something which I would relate to. Over to you, Diksha. All the best.
Thank you. Before even I start, let's make the grounds and reality check clear. I am not someone who has figured it all out. I am someone who is figuring it still out. How many of you can relate with this? So today I am not here to talk about any perfect journey. I am today here to talk about a real one. We have seen society praising a start. We have seen people celebrating achievements. But we have never seen people talking about what happens between the start and the achievement, the middle part of it. The middle part of it, which is very messy, which is very tiring, and which is not so happening. If this room was full of men, I would have started with some graphs and numbers. But since this room is full of women, I want to start it with reality. We women don't have the luxury to build in isolation, do we? No. So how do we build? Chaos. Yes. We build in chaos, we build in noise, and honestly, we are actually building in between all of this. We have always seen people, on social media, right? LinkedIn and Facebooks, and we see this person has it all figured out. Yeah? How many of you have felt that? Can I have LinkedIn? Come on, yeah, LinkedIn is so depressing at times. I got extremely depressed when I started LinkedIn. It was so depressing. I was like, do I even deserve to exist in this world? Is my life even really worth doing or sharing anything? Yeah? But you know what? This is what I have learned. How much ever the perfect the LinkedIn or the Facebook profile looks, in reality, they haven't figured it all out. They just know how to hide the chaos, and let's be honest, I am a master of it. They all know how to hide the chaos, and I am a master of it. And today I am going to talk to you about the journey of this chaos. The journey where you are actually becoming that chaos which happens between the starting and the ending. The journey where the part where you are still becoming, and honestly, that's the growth no one talks about. That's the story no one puts on LinkedIn. That's the story no one claps. That's the story, sometimes you are so alone that you have to motivate yourself. That's the time which is so hard, you don't even know who to talk about. That's the hardest and the most challenging time when sometimes you are giving up. And that's the time when you are actually becoming something. And today I want to celebrate that becoming with all you Maitris. So here I am today to share my journey of becoming, and we'll see what exactly am I becoming. So I'll start with the journey of my food business. Many of you know me as Sasuma. I started my journey in food business as my brand called Sasuma Ki Mashhoor Kachori. That was my food brand. Like all of you, I started with a lot of passion and a very strong purpose. Passion was towards food, cooking, and purpose was to bring some authentic hope recipes to a wider audience. While the business was shaping outside, there was something which was shaping inside. Yes, my second child. While the business was building outside, there was a child which was also shaping inside. And now you can imagine what kind of becoming I'm talking about. So I knew the limitations, I knew the bandwidth. I knew how much I can give to a business. So I don't come from this background. I am professionally an architect, and I have been practicing before that as well. But COVID taught us something, that people will stop making homes, but they will not stop eating. So I was very sure that I can at least do something in food. That's how the journey started, to build a business, to design a business. Since I knew my bandwidth, I was very strategic in designing it in a way that I can do it in my limited time and bandwidth. So I researched. I had spent years understanding the market. I had spent years understanding what works and what doesn't work. All the conclusion came out that what works in the food industry is something where it is a systems and processes driven. I myself cannot be cooking in the kitchen, so how do I design my model? So I designed my model, which was a frozen model. And for everyone's surprise, I was designing a frozen model for samosas and kachoris. So while I was designing, I was pregnant, I was delivering, and I was also in my postpartum. So you are designing your business between all of this, the chaos of next level. So that's what I have learned. Don't design your business on how inspired you are. Design on how tired you are going to be. Because one day you will be physically tired, one day you will be mentally tired, one day you will be emotionally tired, and one day you will be spiritually tired and talking to the God, why the hell can you stop testing me? And there can also be days when you are all of this even before lunch. Yeah? Has it happened with you? So I was all set, ready to launch. I am very strategic. I have designed my model. All I need to do is just start. But then, universe has its own plans. And this will keep on coming. Universe has its own plans. We have heard, right? Life happens. But I see it as universe has its own plans. What was the plan? Suddenly, I am left with no financial support. Suddenly, I don't even have a cushion. And more than anything, I'm left with no confidence. All I'm left with is immense amount of responsibilities, and honestly, to build myself from scratch at the age of 36. Sometimes in all these kind of situations, what happens is, staying still is scarier than starting. You are scared. Starting se zyada scared you are. So that's exactly what I did. It was scarier to stay, so I chose to move. It's not that I was ready, it's not that I was fearless. But this is what I have learned. Sometimes, when things don't fall the way you had planned, you just have to start re-looking at it and do the best with whatever you have at that time. And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. I listened to my inner voice, which was asking me to just go for it, do whatever you have with whatever you, do the best you can with whatever you have. I started my business model as a very small MVP model. Less chaos, small, in a testing phase. But I soon realized this will need money. Well, I don't see money around. This will also need backing, and I don't see it around. This will definitely need a lot of belief, which I very strongly had. So this is something I've learned again and again. When you start something which, from your inner calling, which is something your soul is trying you to tell, how much ever hard that situation is, you will get the right support, right people at the right time to guide you, to mentor you, and to hold your hands to take you forward. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And I was able to start my first outlet. I started my first outlet. But for my utmost surprise, yes, that was a hustle. But for my utmost surprise, I was awarded as the Startup of the Year in the category of QSR. And mind you, I was selling kachoris. So this was the most crucial validation I was looking for. You have put everything, you have put heart and soul, you have seen every kind of up and down, you are going crazy, and things are just trying to shape up, and this is something which comes as a validation. And now you are feeling, now I will arrive. Now things will start falling in place. But then, universe has its own plans. While I was running my outlet, I knew my location was not right. Things were not falling. I was very strongly and emotionally attached to it that yes, this will happen. Now I have got the award, now it will scale up. But I was blind. I was emotionally so attached to it that I was not able to see what was actually happening. I was only putting money back to the business and I was not able to take money home. And that's not why we are doing business, right? So I knew if I have to grow, I need to market. And if I have to market, I need to spend. And to spend, I need deep pockets. And the problem is not the deep pockets, the problem is how deep are those pockets. You don't know how deep those pockets are going to be. So that's exactly what was happening with me, and I was so emotionally attached to my business that I couldn't see that. But since universe had its own plans, and every time universe has its own plans, it's trying to tell you, Diksha, stop breaking your head in the wrong door. I have one open next to you. Can you not shift and see that there is something open which is good for you? But I was not ready to see that. So again, this is what I did. I did the best with whatever I had at that time. And I converted my outlet as a cloud kitchen. Thanks to the award, I started getting B2B orders. Suddenly, my business started paying bills. My business started being more in line, more strategic, and I was more in peace. And this is the most beautiful lesson from this journey. We all feel growth is always about adding. Growth is not always about adding more. Sometimes it is also about letting go. And letting go is not failure, it is maturity. And sometimes you really have to do that because you need to do the best with whatever you have. While I was working on my food business, because of my architectural background, I was able to handle all the creatives, social media marketing. I knew the power of visual communication. But all the two things which I think I was struggling in my business were the sales and marketing. While I was hustling to do it, one day one of my very regular customers, she called me to invite me for a networking meeting. And I want to show you that universe again had its own plans. So she invited me for a networking meeting. And the reaction was, oh, she's a regular customer. I cannot say no to her. And how do I do this? For me, these were my reactions for networking. This most hardest thing to come out and meet people and talk to them. I mean, I was like, what will I even do there? I'll rather sleep. I'll rather sleep or put time to my business or spend that time with my children. Why do I go and meet new business owners? Why? That was my reaction. It was the most awkward thing to do. But you know what? I did it. I did something which was uncomfortable. I stepped out of my comfort zone. And that was my first step, which the universe had planned. It was hard, emotionally breaking. I had to switch on and off my personalities. But this is what I did. And to my utmost surprise, when I started networking, suddenly my exposure was so wide. When I stepped out of my comfort zone, I learned there are so many people doing different businesses. And then coming from a creative field, I saw that there is such a huge gap where people are not able to visually communicate their business. And that's where I found the second opportunity to start a second business of my visual design, which I am representing now. So this is what I have learned. Comfort zone is not necessarily your growth zone. Comfort zone is not necessarily your growth zone. And every time you take a step to come out of your comfort zone, show yourself up. That's something which is going to take you to different heights. I still get the smile on my face. The first client I got for my visual design was not someone who came with my LinkedIn or with my website or because of marketing. They came because they ate my kachoris. And why did that happen? That happened because of the trust that I had built. That trust which I had built through networking, and that's the power of relationships, and that's the power of coming out of your comfort zones. Let's acknowledge. We are not machines, we are women. We don't run on modes, we run on cycles. Yes? Some days we are unstoppable and some days we are firefighting. And some days our business is a priority and some days our health, family, emotions, they take the priority. You will never be at your best in all these phases. And you know what? That is okay. If you need to fall, please fall. If you need to rest, please rest. If you need to pivot your business, please pivot. But please never stop getting up. There is another very underestimated power called mistakes. Everyone tells you making mistakes is wrong. But let me be very honest with you. Making mistakes means you have learned. Making mistakes means you have gained experiences. And making mistakes meant that you tried. And isn't that amazing? Yes. So the day you change the perception about mistakes, I am sure your life will be so fearless, and half of the time we will stop thinking, should we do this or not? Because one day, your children will grow up, your responsibilities will be less, you will have that quiet time with yourself, and in that quiet time, you will meet yourself. And then you will ask yourself, did I give up or did I stay? And even if at that time you haven't started, I want to tell you something. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to outgrow the version of yourself, and you are allowed to want more because you deserve it. So let me end with this. I haven't figured it all out. I can tell you with absolute certainty that I am at least a better version of myself from yesterday. And I'm so proud of this particular day's version of myself in whatever magnitude it is. And if you can say that to yourself in the hardest of the hardest day, silently, don't declare. If you can tell this to yourself, yeah, I am a better version of myself from yesterday, I think you have really succeeded. And if you can say that, let me remind you, you are not behind, you are not failing, and you are definitely not lost. You are becoming. You are becoming the ever-refining version of yourself. And if I can do it in my most craziest, messiest, and the unimaginable craziest days, I'm sure even you can. Because in this journey, you are not alone. We all are together. Thank you.